Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise to the table and move your hands for the national anthems? First, the national anthem of U.S. Virgin Islands.
the day coming up here at the NORCECA Under-21 Women's Continental Championships. The U.S. Virgin Islands against Mexico. We'll take a pause and introduce the starting lineups from both teams. Second classification game of the day. The winner plays tomorrow for 5th place against Costa Rica. The loser will play against Suriname for 7th place. The U.S. Virgin Islands finishing 4th in Group B, 0-3 record, looking for their first win of the tournament. Mexico 2-1. Mexico winning the other matchup of these two teams in Group B action. Well, just to go through the starting lineups again, the Virgin Islands has Cyril Simpson, Jaden Gorman, Haley Pierce, Anna Gillens, Crystal Eddy, and Maya Brown. The libero, they're going with the Sapphire Cruz. And on the Mexico side, they have Ashley Morales, Paulina Zilli, Tessa Trejo, Arleth Marquez, Michelle Alexandra Lizarraga, although she goes with a different name on the back of her jersey, and Aylin Andrea Ravel. There are the lineups. Let's get that sorted. There we are. Coach is Luis Leon Lopez for Mexico, and Isaac Raphael of the U.S. Virgin Islands. And it will be Cyril Simpson, the 18-year-old, to open the match on serve for the U.S. Virgin Islands. And on the first attack, Trejo, right down the middle, gets the first point of the match. For those of you wondering, U.S. Virgin Islands, sort of south-southeast of Puerto Rico. It's to the south of the British Virgin Islands. And the error on the attack, Anna Gillens puts it into the net. Mexico up too early. Back for Mexico. There's Morales, 16 years old, from Mexico City. The setter now goes to Gonzalez. She puts it long. That is, as I mentioned, Michelle Alejandra Lizarraga Gonzalez. I'll go by Gonzalez since that's on the back of her shirt. Gonzalez from Durango, bit of a streaky player. Could find her form a few moments yesterday and then go off kilter a little bit. Ravel on the attack for Mexico, and a big block is there. Crystal Eddy there. Haley Pierce combining on the monster block. And an emotional sport like this where you get that adrenaline coursing through you. Big block early certainly helps. And there's an ace for Jaden Gorman. Just diving right in front, and that affected the serve receive. And it's the U.S. Virgin Islands with an early 3-2 lead. Perfect pass. Awkward kind of attack by Trejo. A little cringe there, but lovely pass right into Morales, who sets it up, and it's efficient for the point. And it is Gonzalez just provided that pass on the serve. Big cross-court finish just wide. Anna Gillens not able to do that. She brought the power. Had the block beaten, and very, very close, but wide. Pierce on the bump set, trying again, cross court again, that time picked up by Padron to the back row. Virgin Islands out of system now. And on the attack, Trejo. And another attack coming. Took something off, it did Ravel. And it finds its way down. Just sitting right up there on the overpass. One of those ones you think she would hammer down, but she took a little something off it. And Gonzalez still serving again. Goes into the net. End of a bit of a service run there. This Mexican team trained in Tijuana before coming up to Toronto for the tournament. And Jaden Gorman, not sure what's going on, grabbing the side of her head a little bit as she talks to Rafael, the coach. Mexico. Big star player Isabella Ocampo did pick up an injury against Canada, their 5-set loss to wrap up the round robin. The only match to actually go 5 sets. She's in uniform on the sidelines today, so we'll see if she gets in. You might want to rest her another day, see if they can get to the 5th place game on their own. Ravel, big attack. Going across court nicely right into her wheelhouse. Not much you can do there if you're Crystal Eddy. Mexico, the quarterfinals yesterday, losing 3-0 to the Dominican Republic. Made a late surge in the 3rd set to make it close, ultimately going down 25-23. Pierce, free ball over. Mexico able to run an attack now. And Marquez puts it down from Nayarit, part of Mexico. It's big for vacationers, Puerto Vallarta's in that area. Sayulita, another popular tourist destination in Mexico. Pierce able to set up an attack now and just right into the block. Not sure it even got the block. We'll get another look here. And Gillens, yeah, just pushed it right into the net. Wasn't able to get a real swing on it. And Mexico now starting to build the lead. It's Tessa Trejo, 17 years old. Off the block and out of bounds, and that time Gillens able to get some power into it. Faced a big wall in front of her, nicely done to put it into the block and spinning out of bounds, and it'll be Haley Pierce, the 16-year-old. Gonzalez there on the handling, and that ends up in an attack going right into the net. Zilli hit it into the block. And the U.S. Virgin Islands getting a point back on serve. That one's better. In the middle, smooth as you like. Back live. Mexico lead 14-8. They've added their lead, but a nice roll shot there from Cyril Simpson. Gets the U.S. Virgin Islands double digits. And it's Ashley Morales, the setter. She's from Mexico City. Goes flat, puts up an ace. Really handcuffed Pierce there. Really just stick her arms out and got no loft on the ball, down to the floor. And Morales back again. This time puts it wide. Adding a little bit to the lead. It's 16-10 for Mexico. It is Jaden Gorman. Solid serve from her, handled nicely. Good pass. Trejo unable to finish. And they'll get another shot to set up their offense to the back row. Big block there. Nicely done. Crystal Eddy, only blocker up there. Read the back row attack was coming. They tried to set up the pipe, but Eddy was there. Nice pass. Gonzalez gets the set back. Can't finish it. A chance for another point for the Virgin Islands, but again, not able to do it. Ravel, the tip, mishandles. And that gap closes to 4. So mistakes a little bit. Another nice pass. Big finish. Hoo-ha! Elevation down the line. Gonzalez. She will go back to serve. Gonzalez, 4 points already today. And then will be a free ball. Mexico, chance to go on the attack. And Ravel, Zilli. Mexico bringing the power. Last few points. It sets up nicely for them when not a huge block presence at the net that allows them to pick their options and also just unleash. Serve from Gonzalez, getting them into trouble now. Mexico transitioning again in the middle. Trejo, and it's another one. As Morales blessed for options in that front row as she sits as a back row setter. Really 3 big power options in front. There'll be another timeout for the U.S. Virgin Islands. 19-12 for Mexico, the score. Say the U.S. Virgin Islands, the official name is the Virgin Islands of the United States, the American territory. A couple of American territories in addition to the United States team here in Scarborough. Of course, Puerto Rico also a U.S. territory. Geopolitics. Isn't it fun? The timeout does its job as Gonzalez goes into the net. The margin is 6 once again. Crystal Eddy of the Island Mix. That's with 2 X's club. Pedro on the nice pass. Again, 3 options to choose from. Ravel goes off the block. And that's just when you have, appear to have taller players. And when you have a setter like that who gets that perfect dime pass, when they're sitting in the back row, 3 options to choose from, and she's been using all of them. Zilli, Trejo, and Ravel. Pierce. That's a nice cross-court attack, but Mexico, great pickup. Almost able to do it. Sapphire Cruz already on the ground. Good dig. And she swings wildly, not able to get enough on it. Her body awkwardly facing the net, but you appreciate the effort. Change coming. Zaya Toussaint coming in for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Maya Brown coming out. Toussaint middle blocker, another one from the Island Mix Club. Getting the Virgin Islands into trouble. What you want with a serve. Trejo turns setter now. The bump set. Ravel tip. Virgin Islands on the attack. Nice cross-court attempt. Zilli. Oh, yes. Able to make it over, but Marquez gifted the opportunity. Lovely work to get it over, but it's set up for Marquez. One-on-one down the middle, quick attack. Bombs away. And Trejo, member of the Mexican team that won silver at the U19 Pan Am Cup last year. Is that off hands? Well, it's inbounds anyway, so it doesn't matter. But the captain, Anna Gillens, able to stop the bleeding a little bit. Change coming. Cyril Simpson back in. Jaria Thomas coming out. A nice little tip from Marquez. Doesn't always have to bring the power. Changing it up there. Just finding the opening. And Haley Pierce can't get down to pick it up. And Mexico 2 points away from taking the first set. It is Aylin Ravel, 16 years old, from Quintana Roo. And over to Simpson. And no touch off hands. The set was there. Just a wild swing over top of the block, over top of everybody, and out of bounds. And it is set point. Ravel to finish it. Good pass, Pierce. And they'll get to recycle, but Gillens opts to just float it over. Now Mexico can transition for the set. It is right out of bounds. No touch off hands. No touch, just straight out. Still set point though, 24-15. And it's Gillens. Tried the setter dump and it works for the set. Reading it well, Ashley Morales spots the opening in the far corner. And when the bit of trickery always pays off when you least expect it. She saw the back corner and goes, I'm going to put it right there. Executed to perfection. Mexico taking the first set, 25-15. A little bit of trickery. Morales having a very good game as a setter. Setting up the attack, giving her options, whether it's Trejo or Rodriguez or Zilli. That time she took it herself. Puts the capper on the first set. There's the score, 25-15. And Mexico 1 set away, 2 sets away now from reaching the 5th place game in this tournament. The U.S. Virgin Islands side. Training in Orlando, in Florida, before coming up here. Another one with a young team. I don't think any team has players who are 20 years old. Of course, there's some nations that may have players down at the final 6, in Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic, but the youngest player on the Virgin Islands is 15. Largely 17, 18, 19-year-olds. Same with Mexico. They have international experience at Youth World Championships. Of course, Mexico hosting the Under-19 Worlds in 2023, picking up an 18th place. A lot of them are seeing regular international action. A couple have been called up to the senior side. I mentioned Isabella Ocampo, the 5 player who was injured earlier, who is in uniform today. She has some senior experience. And I'm actually just looking, and she's in uniform, but she is still limping a little bit, so would not expect to see her if her teammates are up to the task. There's certainly no shortage of options on this Mexican side, and so see if she might rest another day and see her out for a potential 5th place game against Costa Rica. Now into the game, Esther Aquena into the front row. Morales is taking a seat. And Marquez is out in place of the libero. That's Sofia Padron of Nueva Leon, more commonly known as Tigres. And the first set of the second set. Mexico, chance to go on the attack. Lovely read there. Rodriguez looked down, noticed it was Gonzalez, pardon me, noticed there was an opportunity to exploit and didn't punish the ball, just sort of forced it into the opening. And Gonzalez with the first point of the second set. It's going to be a free ball, another opportunity to transition this time. And that one she unleashes. Looks, finds the line, finds the opening, and Gonzalez has both of Mexico's points in this second set. Still serving. Maria Fernanda Contreras into the game. That one is straight out. Contreras holds up her hand, says no touch. The officials agree. Take a look. Pulls the arms away, but the ball was already behind her. And Contreras, 19-year-old setter from Nayarit, attends Santa Fe College, and an ace for Contreras. Issue on the serve receive. And Mexico up 4-0. And to Gillens. Well finished, cross court. Padron can't quite get to it, and the run stops at 4. It'll take some beating to beat the record of the number of serves to start off a match or a set. That belongs to the Dominican Republic. They put up 20 against Suriname. So 4 is just a fraction of that, obviously, and the attack by Ravel goes long. And the Virgin Islands, after giving up 4, they're back 2. Chance to bring it within 1. Haley Pierce, overpass! Nicely finished. Right there, just the 2 hands up. Forces it back down, and it's a 1-point game. Gonzalez, Contreras the setter. Gonzalez now out of position 2, not able to finish. Gillens can only roll it over. Now Gonzalez over on the far side. That's a good pickup. Upset, rolled over. Virgin Islands, chance to tie it. Simpson able to get a lot on it. Contreras now to Ravel, giving it over as a free ball. And Gillens into the block and down on the Mexican side. Good rally. Gillens just muscled it. It went off the net, then the block. And when you're preparing for something to happen to you on the block, there's a lot you can improvise do when it goes off the net like that. So Gillens with the fortuitous roll, and we are tied at 4. Gonzalez provides and finishes. Gets it right back into her stride. And off a hand, and confusion on the Virgin Islands side. Gonzalez now serving, and it is in. And an ace for Michelle Gonzalez. Just all the way through, not the right choice in the end to let that one go. This time her serve is handled in the middle, little tip. And another point for Mexico. I did see a net touch, but in the end it was hair that touched the net, and of course that is fine. And so Contreras just sets things up when it goes off the block and out of bounds. And once again, Gonzalez, chance for another ace. They are able to chase that one down, but on the attack, again, Contreras the set in the middle. Not much on that. Gillens. Big finish from her. She's had a good day. Virgin Islands captain. 5 points for her. Leading scorer for the USVI. Contreras to Ravel to the floor. Nice pass from Padron, able to cushion it, loft it up into the air, and gives her setter plenty of opportunity to run the offense. Esther Aquena from Mexico City. Nice block there from Mexico. Now they get a chance to go on offense. And Zilli called upon for the first time really this set. All starts time and time again. Good passing. And then Zilli. When you have the options, you keep the defense guessing, and Virgin Islands unable to really stack their block. Oh, and it's cheeky. Simpson catches them napping. Just a little roll shot over the block and into that hole. And Gonzalez just not able to get to it. So there are flashes from these sides, and there's an ace for the USVI. Just dives right in front of Zilli. She almost took a step back, and that almost cost her going forward. So they had to cover more ground, and Zaya Toussaint. She do it again. She can do it again. Back-to-back aces for Zaya Toussaint. Gonzalez can't handle it. Trying to go for three. Not able to do it this time. Ravel into the block. We'll have a chance to recycle. Ravel on the tip this time. And again, third time's the charm. They go other way to Zilli, pardon me. And she finishes that one off. They thought maybe they'd try again, but Zilli gets there. And the block wasn't set up. And Mexico, the margin is 2, but it's a game of runs so far. Now Ravel serving, dives in front. And another ace. Plenty of aces so far today. Ravel just diving right in front of the serve receive, that tempting opening. She was able to plop it right in there. Can she do it again? She can. Another ace for Ravel. And Sapphire Cruz struggled on serve receive, just shanks off the arm. There's no getting that one. And the margin is back to 4. So it comes down, and then it goes right back up again. This time they are able to get to it. Gorman gets the pass, provides the pass, gets the pass, can't finish. Zilli puts it long. That's the end of that run. And USVI at the serve back. Cyril Simpson, 18-year-old outside hitter. And that one goes long. It dipped down, but just dipped too late. And so no runs this time. Mexico getting it right back. Polina Zilli. She's 18 out of Veracruz. And gives it right back. Feast or famine at the service line. Feels like it's either a long service run, a couple aces, or the free points. And Jaden Gorman going back for USVI. She's 17. And the serve earns a free ball. Opportunity for the Virgin Islands. Gillens into the block. Just the high set allows Mexico's blockers to get over. Marquez and Contreras both there for the monster block. And Marquez serving. It's a good pass. Gillens. Is it off hands? It is not. Straight out of bounds. Gillens was trying to go high there, but it was too high over the blocker's extended hands. And the lead is now 5. And another mistake as Gorman just goes long. Approach the attack real far from the net, and the Virgin Islands call a timeout. Mexico leading 16-10. They lead 1-0. Look at the schedule still to come. That's the one game in progress right now. U.S. Virgin Islands and Mexico. The semifinals still to come. United States against the Dominican Republic, Canada against Puerto Rico, the U.S. and Canada winning the respective groups. Puerto Rico finishing second in Pool A, Dominican Republic finishing third in Pool A, but it was the Dominicans beating Mexico in the quarterfinals yesterday in 3 sets. And it is the Virgin Islands who are out of rotation. So not something you often see. A mistake of another sort. And at Mexico now, the lead is 7. Trying to chase it down, and now it's another ace. Now Mexico starting to run. Marquez. As 2 Virgin Island players go for it. Neither of them really able to get a good handle on it. And there is a change of libero now for the Virgin Islands. Sophie Hertz. Good pickup from her off the net. Well read. Mexico in transition. And Gillens, is there a touch? Mexico says no touch. They win the point anyway. Actually very nearly got that one over. It did go over, but out of bounds. And it is still a long service game by Marquez. And she puts up another ace. Sophie Hertz was able to get down on it, but it just dived right in front of her. And her pass went off the hands and just spun away from her setter. Hertz, 15 years old. She turns 16 next week, July 2nd. The youngster of this Virgin Islands side. And finally, the service game comes to an end. The lead is now 9. Virgin Islands have shown the ability to reel off a few points. The mountain is pretty big right now. Crystal Eddy. It's a good pass. Setter dump. Contreras read it well. No reaction on the USVI side. Padron, the nice pass, and seeing no defense at the net, seeing that opening. Contreras. A bit of veteran savvy from the 19-year-old. Overpass. Oh, and then a mistake by Ravel. Mistimes the jump. So she got a little tip on it and then went for it, played again. So, of course, that's 2 hits. It's 21-12 for Mexico. Haley Pierce almost pulled it off. Nice pickup from Padron. Pierce, setter, Simpson. Contreras out of the play now as the setter. The bump set. Good finish. Gonzalez finding the line. Some very nice passing from Sofia Padron, the libero. Then the serve goes long from Gonzalez. Word to herself. And it will be Gillens. Our side 3 points away from going down 2 sets. Nice powerful serve. Padron, another good pass. And Ravel into the block. And out of bounds, another point for Mexico. Just a little disjointed block there from Virgin Islands. There's a big opening to exploit into the game for Esther Aquena. Is Jocelyn Bracamonte, 19-year-old out of Sonora. Bracamonte, the serve is handled. Simpson on the attack, the tip. Picked up, now to the back row. Gonzalez picking up another point. Wide open there. She had big field of play to swing at, and Bracamonte attending Universidad Anahuac Veracruz to serve for the second set. The setter calling for help. Simpson dumps it over, catches a piece of the tape, gets the fortunate roll off the tape. And then Mexico, anticipating that it was going to make it over without the tape, without the net, just could not react to it once it rolls over. So they hold off one set point. Nice pass to Contreras, running the attack. Back corner, Ravel finishes the second set. Simple stuff, efficient from Mexico. They take the second set 25-14. Just a nice pass. Contreras to Ravel to the back corner. Gonzalez nicely starting that play. It's very, very fundamental, but it was effective. As we head to our second set break. Mexico 25-13 on top of their 25-15 win in the first set. On course for a match against Costa Rica tomorrow for 5th place. Here we go for the third set. U.S. Virgin Islands with a mountain to climb. Down 2 sets. They open the serve. It's Haley Pierce, 16 years old. But she goes right into the net. So a lot of these young teams getting early introductions to international volleyball of this level. Lots to learn, lots to grow from, and at this point in their careers, it's really what it's all about. Hopefully we see these programs develop. Pierce, one-handed set. Nicely done. For every mistake, there's something like that. Pierce just seeing the one-handed set and nicely tipped over. That was Zaya Toussaint. He's got some points from the service line today, now on the attack. And it is the captain, Anna Gillens. Errant pass right at the net. Gets a second crack at it. Well chased down. But now running the attack. Equina with the big time finish. Just nicely into her path. And Equina will gladly finish a lovely set like that any day from Ashley Morales. And there is an ace serve. Just an awkward kind of handcuffing on the serve receive. And Mexico leads 3-1. It's Gonzalez this time trying to bring the power, but she goes into the net. Gonzalez, one of several Mexican players finding themselves on the scoreboard today. Mexico has a bevy of options here to go with. And it's Toussaint, hoping to put up a few more points from the service line. This pass from Padron, the set, Bracamontes, big monster block. That time the block was set up. They could see where it was going, plenty of time to respond. Get two blockers over there. And I think it might have been Crystal Eddy getting the hands on it. Bracamontes, the pass, cross court, good finish. Ravel back on the scoreboard. There it is, off hands, out of bounds. And it is Equina. Back to serve as Mexico sort of rings in the changes, giving plenty of players time on the court. They get a free ball now. Running the attack in the middle, Trejo. Just a quick transition. And again, the setter with the options spreads apart that block, and so it's essentially one-on-one. And on the quick attack, Trejo finds the floor. The dime pass is the setter's best friend. Equina, though, goes long. And we are back to 5-4. So early on in these sets, Cyril Simpson, I think it was Virgin Islands rather, able to keep it close. But Simpson gives the serve right back. So it's just a matter of preventing those runs, be they service errors, mental mistakes that allow Mexico to go on the run. USVI is able to go toe-to-toe with them on a number of occasions. Aylin Ravel. Pierce in the middle. Transition chance for Mexico. Bracamontes with the tip and the point. Well read. You can see that was a time where USVI stacked their block. Read the play well. And just puts it right over top of the block. And now an ace from Ravel. Well, this is where perhaps those mistakes start coming. Just diving in front of Sophie Hertz. Picking on the youngster. She's gonna go at her again? No, this time it's handled. Pierce. Good idea in the end. She was not able to run an attack, so she tried to dump it over, but Mexico into the block, and Bracamontes gets stood up. Eddy there again. I think it all kind of started when Pierce knew she was not going to be able to get a good set and just dumped it over onto the Mexico side. That sort of threw Mexico off balance a little bit, and kudos to the USVI for coming back. Jaden Gorman into the net. And Bracamontes, pardon me, Sonora. And Hertz caught in two minds, opts to play it. Simpson from the back row with one she wishes she would get a second crack at. Not able to get it back over Bracamontes. Still back at the service line. Hurts, nice pass this time. Pierce to Gillens. That's the way you like it. Fundamental. Nice set, Gillens gets it right in stride and is able to power it down. And Crystal Eddy back at the service line. The bump set. Gonzalez can't quite finish it. Gillens again. She does it again. And Anna Gillens finding her form. Not a unified Mexico block. One kind of went up earlier than the other. That opened the door. And Gillens getting a nice set that she liked. Brings it back to 3. Padron with the pass. Gonzalez with the finish. Simple. And it is Tessa Trejo. Nuevo Leon, the Tigres player. It's also a big soccer club in Mexico, one of those big athletics clubs. But she goes into the net. And they are not out of sight just yet. Haley Pierce. She have a chance to close that gap a little bit more. On the attack, Gonzalez. Virgin Islands coach Isaac Raphael, I think he wanted a bit faster response to that block. You saw it was coming. It was shot over to that side, and Gonzalez, he didn't face much of a block there. She had a whole side open. There's Morales on serve. And off the block. Not able to recover, to recycle that attack. The attack wasn't terribly powerful, and the block just sort of dropped it into about 4 players who converged on it, but nobody picked it up. 13-8, Mexico. That's a better pass. Pierce gets what she wants to Simpson, who tips. And it does hit the floor. And it is inbounds. Nicely done from her. Finds that nice spot over the block. I always like seeing these Brazilians. They're down a few points early, but there is plenty of fight. Anna Gillens, a few points on the attack now, trying from the service line. That's a good pickup. Hurts. It's a free ball essentially for Mexico. Ravel. Just as options on the attack, and Ravel hammers that to the floor. Another timeout for the USVI. 14-9, Mexico, third set. So certainly plenty of lessons to come from this tournament for both sides. This age, plenty of opportunities still to come over the years. Out, seeing if a timeout sorts things out or potentially throws the serve off the game. That is Michelle Gonzalez. Out of system and into the net and down. Another error. Jaden Gorman can't quite get the ball over. It all starts with a serve that forces a challenging pass, gets a team out of their system. Bump set, Simpson will recycle. Gorman, it's like a pokey over. And they'll get a free ball now. And I think she stepped over the halfway line, stepping under the net. And right there, you see it right there, nicely cut on that look. Pierce forced to improvise that last attack. And sort of ran over the line, couldn't halt her momentum. Bracamontes, it's a good pickup. Bump set. Gorman finds the hole. Almost an excuse me swing. No run up, no jump. Just sort of found the opening. Zaya Toussaint. That's a nice pass. The bump set. Off the block and down on the USVI side. Maybe a little bit too far away from Morales on the pass, but she was still able to pick her option nicely. Now the lead is 7. Aquena. Now a chance in transition. Bracamontes can't find the hole, but they reset. Morales, back row, Gonzalez. Not sure if it was blocked. He went into the net and down. Trying the pipe attack there, and let's just see. Yeah, right into the net. Jaria Thomas into the game. 18-year-old. Floating that one. Morales. Trejo, it's wide. Is it off hands? It is not. Straight out. And so hold the phone. Still a ways to go, but USVI closing a couple points back. But as I say that, Thomas goes right into the net, gifting the free point to Mexico. Some of the Mexico players were calling for a floor wipe. I'm not sure anybody was paying attention. Either way, Contreras now into serve for Ravel. And it will be Morales also coming out for Mexico, so it'll be a back row setter for Mexico. And overpass. And thank you very much. And the lead is back up to 7. And just right there, 2 Mexican players converged on it. I think Marquez got it and tucked it back down. And Gorman unable to finish to the pipe. That's a good pickup. Oh, yes. Improvised to be sure. I don't think that was in system, but Anna Gillens gets the roll off the tape, drops down right in front of Padron. That's certainly a highlight for them. 19-13 for Mexico, and it is Gorman. Good power on that serve. One-handed set. And then with the opportunity, fortunately, Eddie can only put it out of bounds. And good reaction to pick that one up. Just unable to do much with it. Now Mexico 5 points away from taking the match. Costa Rica awaits. It's a good pass in the middle. It's effective. Didn't have to hit it with much power. Not sure what Mexico was expecting, but just kind of swiped at it into the backcourt and threw Mexico off their game enough. And so it's 14 now. And Crystal Eddy of the Island Mix. That's with 2 X's side. She just puts her serve right out of bounds. And she'll give way. Sophie Hertz, 15-year-old libero, coming back in as it's Tessa Trejo to serve for Mexico. They still have Contreras in the game, still going with the back row setter. They've had some love with that in this game. And you have plenty of options on the attack. Gillens, cross court, hoo-ha! Just no stopping her. Mexico does get 2 blockers up there. That is a stellar attack. Anna Gillens, the captain, leading by example. And right back, is it out? It is. Is there a touch? There is, off hands. Looks like right there, perhaps. Haley Pierce might have caught a piece of her hand as it was going out of bounds. She tried to play the innocent role from the looks of things. Reminder, no challenge, no replay here. And a little tip. Padron improvised. Give it back over as a free ball. Chance for the Virgin Islands now. Pierce in the middle. Little tip. I think there's a net touch. Indeed there is. And we'll see if we can spot it right, I believe, on the way up. Nope, there it is, right there, on the way down. That one is Aquena. And Gillens. She's had a pretty solid game, bringing some fireworks for this USVI side. And that time, though, into the net. And it is Michelle Gonzalez with 2 points away from Mexico taking the set and the match. Into the middle, Simpson, good pickup. Setter's out of the play though. Ravel, not a problem. Padron with the lovely bump set. And it goes right to Ravel and into that open back court. And now it's match point. And to that back court, nicely inside, Toussaint. And they hold off one match point. And it will be Zaya Toussaint, the 17-year-old, to serve to prevent the match going down. Ravel on the attack, and it does find its way into the back corner. Simple as you like. Aylin Ravel finishes things off, 25-17 for Mexico. They take the match 3-0. Here is another look at match point. Padron does what a good libero does, provides that good pass. And the set nicely from Morales to Ravel, going cross court to seal this match. Mexico will advance to play for 5th place tomorrow against Costa Rica. The USVI will battle Suriname as 2 teams looking to secure their first victory of this NORCECA U21 Women's Continental Championship. The second time in this tournament, Mexico beating the U.S. Virgin Islands in 3 sets. This one 25-15, 25-14, 25-17. Mexico celebrating with a photo, the winning photo. More matches still to come. Semi-final Saturday. Up first will be the U.S. and Dominican Republic, and then Canada takes on Puerto Rico. And we're just getting the stats loaded up here. There we are. Mexico big on the kills. Virgin Islands actually getting more of the blocks. But then look at that, the aces. 10 for Mexico, just 3 for the Virgin Islands. So the bottom bracket is set. It will be Mexico taking on Costa Rica tomorrow for 5th place. The U.S. Virgin Islands opening the day's action tomorrow morning against Suriname. But the place in the medal games still to come. Don't go anywhere. You still have a bit of time. Let's see, we are coming up in about an hour and a half's time. Let's make it 2 hours time. We have the U.S. and Dominican Republic, and then Canada taking on Puerto Rico. So we're going to take a little bit of a break here, but until we get to the semifinals, on behalf of the crew here in Toronto. My name is Gavin Day. Talk to you soon, everybody.